So as I promised, I'm going to move on to the Eastern Conference. I want to say Eastern Conference Finals already, but that's not till the next round, which, depending on who makes it out of the second round, that could be very competitive, or like maybe not. I don't know. It's just gonna come down to a lot. But anyways, I'll talk about the Bucks and Celtics facing up. So the Bucks beat the Pistons. They swept them, which, no surprise, Blake Griffin played Game 3 and 4, but he fouled out Game 4, so kind of really didn't help him. So, Bucks, the way Giannis is playing, on a tear, so I'm not surprised they swept them. Then you got Celtics beating the Pacers. I'm a Pacers fan, and it was just sad to see that they got swept because they worked hard for that 5 seed. Well, they really did as a team, but I know Victor, was leader of that team, and to not have him, it really showed. But, we tried. Almost damn near every game we should have won. We blew lead every game, so, we can't do that. So, the Celtics were just a better team, better coach. With Kyrie, you got experience. Al Horford, Jason Tatum, just a rookie last year. Terry Rozier, Marcus Smart. That's great group of basketball players. And so that's what makes the Bucks versus the Celtics so exciting, because you have Brad Stevens, you have Kyrie, you have Jason Tatum. You have all these pieces that make the Celtics good. Didn't even talk about Gordon Hayward. See? They didn't even talk about Gordon Hayward. And then with the Bucks, obviously you got Giannis, you got Eric Bledsoe, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, Malcolm Brogdon, so many pieces that if they take off early, the Bucks can be deadly. And the way Giannis plays, he's so hard to stop. So good luck, Boston Celtics. I'm just going to go ahead and throw my prediction out there and think that the Bucks are going to win in they're going to win in 6. Absolutely, I think they can win in 6. I think they can close out at Boston. So let's see about that, though, because Boston and TD Garden, that's not something to mess with. So we'll find out. So to move on to the other team in the semifinals, which is the Toronto Raptors versus Philadelphia 76ers. So let me tell you how I got there. So the Magic played the Raptors, and the Orlando Magic took Game 1. DJ Augustine, I watched that game. I was just like, wow, they were balling. It was shocking. I couldn't believe it. So then when I saw it, I was like, okay, maybe they have a chance. Maybe they can miraculously if they lose a second game, and then they can win at least one game at home. But that didn't happen because Kawhi Leonard. That trade was, honestly, I like that trade for DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi's tearing up at Toronto. They won 4-1. Kawhi, Game 3, I know he had a 30-point game. Game 2, I don't know if he had a 30-point game, but he had a big, big game. So, I'm not surprised to see the Raptors move on. And then the Nets for 76ers. The Nets won game 1 too, and I was like, hey, I love D'Lo. I love how young the Nets are. I think that, maybe they can win. I thought maybe they could win 3 games. I was like, maybe they might take them to Game 7, because the way I see the 76ers playing Game 1, I was like, if they're gonna play like that and be like that, I could see it. But also Game 3, Joel Embiid wasn't playing. And I was like, okay, the Nets should definitely be able to capitalize, take this game. But they didn't. They fell short. I think Ben Simmons had 31 points that game. So the Nets were able to close that series out 4-1. And, D'Lo and the Nets, I think they have a bright future ahead of them. So I'm excited to see what they do. So now let me tell you about the matchup between 76ers and Toronto Raptors. So I love Toronto Raptors. You know, you got Kawhi, you got Kyle Lowry. If he shows up in the playoff time, you know, we all know that. You got Marc Gasol, you got Siakam, Danny Green, Van Fleet. You just have a good overall team right there. Well, definitely, you know, your starters for sure. And so I would say the Raptors have a little bit of better bench, but it's going to come down to starters versus starters, because the 76ers, you know, your starting lineup is Ben Simmons, JJ Redick, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, and then Joel Embiid. So, like, I know you're not going to play them the whole time, but it's going to come down to who makes the most shots. Because, like, I mean, unless, like, one of the benches, like, take over or something like that, you know, like, you got T.J. McConnell, Jonathan Simmons off the bench for the 76ers. And the Raptors, you know, they've got quite a, you know, maybe a few pieces that could, like, do something. I don't know. So this is a great matchup. I like it a lot. But I think the Raptors can pull it out. I think Kawhi, Marc Gasol, Serge Ibaka, yeah, forgot about him. Serge Ibaka, you know, Kyle Lowry, Danny Green. I didn't even talk about Jeremy Lin. So, you know, that's someone coming off the bench. I think they can win in 5. I really do. I really think the Raptors can win in 5. So we're just going to have to see how they play. You know, is Joel Embiid coming out firing? Is Tobias Harris going to come out firing? You know, is Kawhi going to take over early? Is Marc Gasol? You know, it comes down to a lot of different things. So I'm excited to see all these matchups that are going to happen, you know, in this upcoming week and to next week. And we'll see who can move on to the conference finals. So that's going to be the end of this segment, and I hope you all liked it. And like I said, get more people on this segment, talk about it, debate. So it's going to be lots of fun, and hope you guys stick around.